Hey, everybody, it is your girl Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. Tonight is not our normal Bravo Bestie breakdown with Joey. Joey is under the weather, so we are sending lots of love, prayers, and healing Joey's way. Also, want to let you all know that we will be airing now on Monday nights. We sent out a poll. Thank you for every last one of you that responded as we're trying to find the next show that we can do our deep dives, recaps on, and the people have spoken. We will be recapping the Valley Persian style starting Monday, every Monday night. Check us out. We are both huge fans of the Shahs of Sunset, and we both have really been enjoying them on the Valley Persian style. The new cast are all interesting. They have amazing stories, and I love the way they all kind of intersect with each other. Always a good time when you're dealing with the cast from the Shahs, and no disappointment here. I am truly enjoying it. So look out for our weekly recaps on the Valley Persian style starting on Monday nights. We will be dropping those at 7:30 p.m., 7 o'clock p.m., more than likely 7 o'clock p.m. And so tune in for that. Along with, we always have our opinions on all things Bravo. I just wanted to hop on for a quick minute tonight. I just love doing this with my Bravo bestie. So when it's just me, and I do my little Sherry's quick snips, I like to get out what I want to say, but it's not the same without my Bravo bestie and our banter. So bear with me. I do want to say really quick, guys, if you're new over here, welcome. We do reality TV recaps. We really specialize in the Bravo shows, but occasionally we do them all. So all the ones that right now are hot and out there that are recap worthy, we do them, or discussion worthy, we certainly talk about them. And so, yeah, if reality TV is your thing, we also do pop culture segments. My daughter and I do that. Bria, you see her at the end of the intro. She's been MIA a little bit. She is expecting some twin beautiful babies. I am so excited to be a grandma. So she's been MIA, rightfully so, taking care of herself in my little buns in the oven, grand buns. But she's ready, you may see us pop in for another segment. So be on the lookout for that. But again, if that's your thing, y'all, and you have been checking us out for a while, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are still trying to get to 6,000 subscribers. Things have been moving along slowly, but moving along in the right direction. So thank you all. And for those of you, shout out the reality connoisseur and so many of you that have been faithful listeners and viewers. Thank you so much. It means so much to me and to Joey. Those of you that support us on TikTok, thank you. We enjoy putting our shorts out there and letting you guys have a little snippet of what we do. If you like us on TikTok, please come on over, and check us out. The full episodes are even better. You get more of those little zany moments, those moments when we were just telling it just like it is. Joey loves to, he's passionate about his Bravo. So yes, you would love to hear his banter on things. So yeah, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. Give us the thumbs up, please. Like this video and go back and watch our content. You will not be sorry. We will be coming with a new episode of the Bravo Besties on Monday. But real quick, y'all, I'm just here to talk about a couple things, right? Number one, I've been wanting to say my piece about the Karen Huger interview with Andy Cohen. I had been waiting for it, and I'm waiting for the premiere of part 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, which I think I'm going to probably do that as well. I'm going to do some recaps on that. Maybe not one each week. It may be one collective, but it depends on how it goes because I'm going to be watching. So what did I think of the interview? Number one, let's just say I've seen mixed reviews. Okay. For me, I thought Karen had to fulfill her responsibility to Bravo. I thought it was a lot the day that you are being released from jail, that you are shown coming out, filmed going to see your family. I thought that was a lot. I did. I thought that's a moment that we weren't owed. That should have been off camera, but that was part, I'm sure, of her responsibility towards Bravo. And let's be clear, we all wanted to see it. So, I mean, I was tuning in just like you all were. When they got to the house, it was very sweet how Ray had made an attempt to have the welcome home sign and the balloons and all of that. Raven was there, her daughter and her sister, and Ray waiting for her. It was really sweet. Again, I think an intimate moment that should have been for family, but nonetheless, they let us in to that. Andy Cohen arrives, and shortly thereafter, as because Karen goes up to get herself cleaned up, wash the gel off her. She wanted to shower, and she comes down, interview ready. Look, face beat, new wig on, all that. So, I'm all excited because I want to hear, a different side of Karen Huger. Okay, and in some regards, I will say that I think we got met with a shade bit more humbled Karen. And yet there were glimpses of the old Grande Dame in there as well. I will say that for the most part, her talking about her day in jail, the fact that it's, of course, initially she was very fearful, understandably so. She talked about the structure in jail, having to be up early at a certain time, what time was breakfast, what kind of food they ate, the fact that she never got a chance to actually see any grass for the whole 6 months that she was in, which is another thing, guys. She ended up only serving 6 months for good behavior. But she said that she kind of liked the structure. Structure is actually a part of recovery, is a big thing, making sure that you fill your time up structurally and that you have a certain time to get up, a certain time to do things, a certain time to go to bed. All that's true. And then when Andy started to get into questions like her actual addiction, or even before that, when he asked her about had she seen the video that we all saw. And she said that she did not. We all wondered about what kind of attorneys she had. Her attorneys had asked her to plea. She chose to not do that. So it was her that went against her attorney's recommendations. And we see she paid dearly for it. Even she said that she was shocked with her sentence. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of it, y'all. Let's be clear. The bottom line is, y'all, I felt like, she talked about how she really wanted to help the young ladies in prison. Some of them were really young, young as 20 years old. She led the NA and AA meetings in there. And I'm thinking, girl, you just got into recovery. And what, gives you the credentials to be leading it? She just said she was older, wiser. She had been in treatment before she got actually sentenced, which was true, which is why she was not at the reunion. I don't know, y'all. I feel like Karen has this. She exudes this thing. Yeah, it comes off as maternal, and I'm sure she was trying to help the younger women there. But I feel like she still needs a lot of help herself. She did talk about some of the realizations that she received while in therapy, understanding that she never really dealt with the traumas of going through an essay at 19 years old. And on top of that, having your family not believe you. That is horrid. That kind of left her stuck at that age at 19. And I have heard many times when you have some sort of trauma, or, you first get into addiction, that is where you are stuck. That's where, and so that shows to me that she's had you know, some good therapists, that she's obviously listening and reflecting on herself. I think that she has no problems admitting that her problem was the prescription pill piece that she was on. She wouldn't say the pill, y'all, because she said that she could get sued. I don't know that that's true. I really feel like Karen is still in a good amount of denial. And, she said that she admits, and I'm going to make this like, I'm not going to play by play the interview, but Karen admits that at one point, when he shows Karen some of the clips of last reunion when the women were commenting on her situation, and one of the things was that she used to particularly go to this restaurant and day drink and get drunk every day. She admits to that, but she says that was 20 years prior. And, when Wendy had also made the same claim, because it was Ashley that said that she was, you could tell she had an attitude still with Wendy. So there's trauma there. She was like, how would Wendy know? She lives in Timbuktu. I don't know. You know what I mean? She said the 20 years ago, she had gotten help at that point, and that's when she got diagnosed with, I guess, depression, and got put on medication for it. She never did say what it was. She said that she had taken it, and the mix of those pills and alcohol is what would cause her to, I guess, descend into what we saw on that infamous video. Some of my thoughts are that, though I think truly you shouldn't mix antidepressants with alcohol, that is true. I think she's just downplaying the alcoholic piece. It's a hard thing to say that I am an alcoholic. She said that she refers to herself as a woman in lifetime recovery. I love that for her. There were even things when she would say, I really prefer NA over AA. And I'm sure, because if you're in NA and you abused some antidepressants a doctor had prescribed you versus someone that, had descended into crack or meth or whatever, there's a piece of you that feels like, well, thank God mine didn't get that bad. But in AA, girl, you're amongst your peers. And I'm worried for her because of the language that she used, how careful she was to not openly say, I'm an alcoholic. I have, she did say she had a problem with drinking, but she even tried to downplay that night saying, I don't drink and drive. That wasn't about alcohol. It just, and you could tell by Andy's face, she started losing him too. He said, well, you had 4 DUIs. And she was like, no, I had 2. It was 4 incidences with alcohol. All of it seemed that she was still making excuses and somehow downplaying her drinking. That's dangerous, y'all. That's very dangerous because, if it ever she decides that because I have gotten myself together and I'm no longer on these said pills, I can have a drink. The Karen Huger that I saw on that video should never drink again. Literally, never drink again. That is not someone that just had a bad mix of, a little whatever antidepressant with a little too. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a AA specialist. I'm none of those things. I just know what I saw. That was somebody that was heavily intoxicated. And according to those that had been around her in the past, that was not her first rodeo. Even she admitted that her children were worried about her. And oh, by the way, we got a glimpse of her son, which is something we rarely do, which was nice. She had all of her family's support. I think that some of the truths are that she's not happy in her marriage with Ray. there is a significant age difference. I mean, Karen is 60, so Ray is either 80 or very close. And there's a thing that happens to you when you go through different decades in your life, and age differences in marriages are wonderful and fine, but then you get to different places in your life. And I sense there's some of that. I don't know if she's ready to be a cast member on Real Housewives of Potomac as being a woman that has been in treatment and that is now trying to be in early recovery. There's so many triggers, and these women drink, and I'm worried for her, guys. I don't know. Weigh in and let me know your thoughts. The interview, I think Andy Cohen did an amazing job interviewing her. He held her accountable. He even, he would roll it back and say, Karen, I hear you admitting the pill piece, but, you seem to kind of downplay the alcohol, all of which we all noticed. But, I think that, I hope that some may say that the show may make her more accountable. I just think it's a lot of stress. I mean, but I saw her at BravoCon. She looked great. I mean, I didn't see her. I don't know that she did panels or anything like that. She was at the Bravos, and she was around for different things. So she's been out doing appearances for Bravo and all of that, but I don't know. We'll see her on the reunion. You guys, let me know what you think. I mean, I'm just going to wrap it up and say I think that we'll see. And my hopes are that she takes her recovery seriously, and that, that she knows the severity of if she ever picks up another drink again. I just hope that she remains strong and that she really does take her recovery very, very serious. And if that becomes part of her storyline, I'm here for it. That will help so many people. There you have it. Those are my 2 cents there. Moving on, y'all, we had Summer House premiere on last night. I don't know how many of you watched Summer House. I'm a Summer House fan, and 10 seasons. Wow, here we are. Things have changed. We don't have Paige DeSorba this season. I think that makes for a much lighter Sierra, which I enjoyed. Yeah. So, and we know that we had a breakup. So with Kyle and his wife. And that's playing out because, she is, I mean, I don't know if it's just because we know, and so we're kind of looking, because they've struggled for a couple of seasons now. So there's that, but I enjoyed it. I like the new cast members. We have West has a friend on. I don't have all their names, y'all. This is not a recap either. Just a quick shout out to enjoyed the premiere. I'll be watching. You guys let me know. Will you be checking out Summer House? I really, I really, really enjoyed it. Don't think we need Paige. No, don't miss her. So I think we're in for a treat. And Kyle and Amanda will be watching their story unfold as they reach the final decision to break up. She was on, Amanda and Sierra were on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. And she seems to say that their breakup is amicable. I mean, listen, they wanted 2 different things, and we are not shocked. We also found out that King and Quad are now no longer a couple after 2 years. Again, not shocked, y'all. It's unfolding as we watch this season of Married to Medicine. They just aren't on the same page. King has been cutting up, honey, in them comments on social media, sliding in there, defending himself, saying that he left a situation where Quad keeps coming out real classy with her statements. Child. And y'all, we find out that Lisa from Real Housewives of Miami and Jody have also broken up. So it's just been Heartbreak Hotel in the Bravoverse. So yeah, there's that, guys. Yeah. So really, guys, that's all I have tonight. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the interview. I wanted to get your thoughts, so please slide in the comments and let me know what you thought about the interview with Karen Huger, with Andy Cohen. Did you guys enjoy Summer House? Will you be watching? Also, the breakups, the recent breakups. Were you guys surprised? But make sure that you join me and my Bravo bestie Monday night, please, for our recap of the Valley Persian style. And you guys have the best night. I will see you then. Thank you as always for tuning in. And again, don't forget to like this video, like this video, and share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you Monday night. All right, bye.